Hello, I'm Doug Doherty, President of Hamilton Flourishing, and we're delighted that you're with us, and we hope you'll find the next few minutes interesting. We have been interviewing people who are running for school board in Hamilton County in contested races. There are 4 seats up. It rotates every 2 years, 5 one year, then 4 the next. There's 4 this year. There's 3 contested races. And we have interviews that we're doing with all the candidates. And we're asking the same questions to each candidate, so it's fair. We're a 501c3, not a political organization. But we want to get this information out because education of 45,000 children in Hamilton County is a big deal, and it's very important. And we want you, as the electorates who popularly elect these candidates, to get to know all you can. School board races tend to be overlooked sometimes, but it's very important. It's about 2/3 of the county budget goes to the schools. So 170,000 taxpayers are putting money into the schools. 45,000 students and over 6,000 employees. So it's a big operation. Today we're talking with Marco Perez. And Marco, you're representing what district?
District 2.
District 2. And can you tell us what parts of town that is?
Yeah, so District 2 is Signal Mountain, Mountain Creek, Red Bank, Lepton City, and Stewart Heights.
Okay. Okay, and can you tell us what schools are in your district?
Sure. I mean, I can name them all, but...
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, Alpine Crest, Rivermont, Red Bank Elementary, Middle School, and High School. And then Signal Mountain Middle School and High School, Nolan Elementary, and Thrasher Elementary.
Good. We stumped somebody on this. We asked them, and they said, I can't remember them all. So that's good.
Well, I actually drove to every one of them when I just to see them, take pictures of them, and know that I was going to serve in that school.
Why are you running for the Hamilton County School Board?
First, because of a sense of calling. I believe that we have to seek the peace and prosperity of the city where we're at, and this is where I'm at.
Yeah.
And I have a duty to it, and so I've done that in the area of housing. I've done that in the area of small business development. I've done it in the area of welcoming our strangers into our land, and now I'm doing it in what, for most of us as parents, is probably the most important area, which is the education of our children. You mentioned it, 45,000 students in our county, and we need to serve them.
Yeah. And what qualities or experience do you possess that qualifies you for the school board?
My primary hope would be that I bring servant leadership to the position. I believe that we are here to serve. In addition to that, I do have a background in financial management, and so my last 10 years have been managing the finances of the Chalmers Center at Covenant College and Launch Chattanooga as well as operations. I have an MBA. I have a master's in ministry leadership, and so I think I bring those skills together to serve our students.
And tell us a bit about personally. Tell us a little about your family, where you're from.
Thank you. Yeah.
Brothers, sisters, mom, dad.
Well, so my parents are the best example for me in life. My father's a successful businessman who has always seen business as the source of ministry for him. He believes that it's an excellent place to launch and serve the community. And he raised us to believe that, and both of them are servants at heart. I have been married for 23 years to my wife, Leah, who I met in Columbia, South Carolina, and when we were at college over there. And I have 3 amazing daughters who are my biggest inspiration in life. They are go-getters. They really go after what they want and inspire me to do the same.
How old are your daughters?
My oldest is 19. I have a 17-year-old and I have a 14-year-old.
Oh boy, 14. That's a
Two of them are in the public
interesting.
school system, and my oldest graduated last year from public school.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. One of the questions I like to ask is has to do with education philosophy. Why, in your mind, do we even undertake a $500 million a year enterprise for children? What's the point? I mean, why do we do it?
I think for us as parents, for me as a parent, the education of my kids is probably the biggest responsibility I have. Both what we teach and train our kids at home, as well as the education of them in their academic education and their formation. We want to build students who are students that will give back to society, that will be just truly a support for what our future will bring. So we want to build leaders. We want to build just people who impact our community in a positive way. And so in the case of all of our students, we're trying to get them equipped academically. We're trying to get them equipped also in who they are and their character, and we're trying to ensure that they are people who will help us lead the future in our community, will thrive, and will help all of us thrive.
Great answers. Next question. What, as you look forward into the future, what are the top 3 issues for you as a potential school board member?
I think the first is probably one that has risen to the top now, which is the continuation of quality education in the midst of the challenges that we'll have in the next year or two. We can't.
Are you speaking of the virus?
Yeah, and but really, it's just going to be a challenging year, and we need to make sure that we are continuing to educate our students to the best of our ability, and I'm positive we will work hard to do that. The second is, we've come a long way. There's been a lot of improvement in our schools from where we were, but that doesn't mean we are where we need to get to yet. So we need to make sure that academically, that in areas of literacy, in areas of math, our students continue to make improvements and continue to grow. And that I really have, my goal is to see, I believe in Hamilton County, I believe in what we have to offer, and my goal is that we will create the best schools in the state, that our schools will really be an example to other systems around the state.
So that's 2.
And then the third is the infrastructure. As we grow as a community and as more demands are on our community, we need to make sure that we're meeting those demands with the right buildings and the right technology and the right systems in place so that our students will thrive in that.
So continuation of quality education, make sure our education is solid with literacy and math and those sort of things, and then infrastructure issues. Lastly, how do you just sort of look at the whole question of taxpayers' concerns? Hamilton County is we're sort of tax averse in this city, and we don't like to pay taxes. But how do you balance taxpayer concerns who pay for the schools with the needs, the legitimate needs of the Hamilton County school system?
And that's always the challenge, right? I have worked as a financial manager, and as a financial manager, my job is always to try to make as much as I can with limited resources. The resources are always limited, and so we have to figure out. None of us like waste, and we want to make sure that we are evaluating our expenses right, so that we're putting them where they need to go. And at the same time, I think we need to see the importance of investing in our students and investing in their future for the sake of our entire community. I think we all believe in our children, and we all believe in being fiscally responsible in what we do. So the balance of that is always the challenge. I think I bring to the table a background again in finance, which requires often to make very tough decisions because we're trying to balance these items.
Yes. Well, thank you for that, and thank you for your time. Let me remind the audience that this election will be held on August 6th. So that's coming up not too far away. On our website, hamiltonflourishing.org, you will find all the candidates who are running in the contested races, both now and in the later races. But what you will find in particular is that you'll find these type of interviews attached to these candidates' pictures with more information about them that we've gotten from their own websites and places like that. So you can click on their picture. And then if you don't know where you're supposed to vote, you say, well, I don't even know who I'm supposed to vote for. There's a place that says, don't know your district. If you click that, you put in your name, your address, and it'll tell you exactly what district you're in and where to go vote. Early voting starts July 17th and runs through August 1st, so that's just 6 weeks away. And so make sure you're registered to vote, and then go out and vote. These elections, these school board elections, are sometimes overlooked, and they're very important. They're 2/3 of the county budget, and they're 45,000 children, and they're the people that, for the most part, are teaching our children to read or not read, or they don't teach them to not read, but they don't teach them to read all the time. So there's a lot of important things going on in the schools, and we want to make sure that we have got great governance from the board so that we can have a good, solid organization that's really nurturing and educating and matriculating these children. So thank you for watching. If you want to get in touch with Marco, Patrick, can you put that slide up? Marco Perez, District 2. Tell us again what areas those are.
So that is Signal Mountain, Red Bank, Mountain Creek, Stewart Heights, Lupton City.
Lupton City. You can email him at inquiry@voteperezhcsd2.com. It's up on the screen right now. Inquiry@voteperezhcsd2.com. And if you forget that, call us here at Hamilton Flourishing, and we'll be happy to give you that address. So, Marco, thank you for coming by.
Thank you, Doug. Thank you.
We've enjoyed it, and good luck to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And thank you for watching Hamilton Flourishing as we continue our interviews with school board candidates.